Imagine buying a brand new smart television for $1,200 using your credit card. The money sits safely inside your checking account, fully ready to pay that upcoming bill. You wait for your monthly statement, check the charges, and pay every single cent owed. You avoid all interest charges and late fees, demonstrating textbook responsible financial behavior all month. 2 days later, you check your credit monitoring app, and your stomach immediately drops down. Your credit score plummeted 30 points overnight, despite having absolutely no missed payments or fraud. Millions of Americans watch their credit scores swing wildly every month without understanding the cause. Nobody ever taught you the single most important calendar date that truly dictates your score. It is absolutely not your payment due date, but a completely different hidden bank deadline. Today, I will reveal exactly how banks photograph your financial life and report your data. We will explore why this monthly snapshot almost always captures you at your financial worst. Shifting your credit card payment by just 2 days can create an elite credit score. We must deeply understand credit utilization, the most powerful variable within the entire scoring formula. Building perfect payment history takes a decade, and hard inquiries linger for 2 full years. However, credit utilization resets like a light switch once you master the secret reporting calendar. I will show you exactly when your bank sends your personal data to credit bureaus. Paying your balances in full does not guarantee your credit report looks perfectly clean monthly. I will reveal the exact utilization percentages that separate average credit from truly phenomenal credit. From a young age, society conditions us to blindly worship the standard payment due date. Missing that date brings hefty late fees and negative marks lasting 7 long, painful years. However, we mistakenly assume credit bureaus update our scores instantly like a live sports scoreboard. That live update is a complete fantasy because the credit reporting system operates much differently. It functions like a security camera capturing only one still photograph per month of finances. The timing of this crucial photograph has absolutely nothing to do with when you pay. For most people, this camera snaps on the worst possible day when balances peak highest. Let us thoroughly examine the typical anatomy of a standard credit card monthly billing cycle. Assume your cycle runs from the 5th day to the 4th of the following month. Every single card swipe simply adds more debt to your total running balance each day. On the 4th day, your billing cycle officially closes and the bank generates your statement. This specific moment, the statement closing date, remains the most important day for your credit. Whatever exact balance appears on that statement gets sent directly to the major credit bureaus. That number gets permanently stamped onto your credit report for the entire upcoming 30 days. But remember, your actual payment is not officially due until 3 weeks after this date. If you owed $2,000 when the statement closed, that exact amount gets reported. Even if you pay everything off 2 weeks later, your report still shows high debt. You successfully avoided interest and slept soundly, but lenders mistakenly think you are heavily indebted. The solution is remarkably simple once you recognize how this hidden reporting system truly functions. Instead of paying after the statement arrives, you must submit payments before statements are generated. Find your exact statement closing date and schedule a payment 3 days before it hits. Push a manual payment that significantly drops your current balance down to almost absolutely nothing. When the billing cycle finally closes, your bank only sees a tiny remaining credit balance. That tiny number becomes the official balance reported to Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion this month. You maintain the exact same spending habits and total payments, but achieve superior credit reports. Now, let me explain exactly why this specific reporting strategy matters so much for you. The official FICO scoring model divides your total credit score into 5 completely distinct categories. Payment history remains the largest factor, controlling exactly 35% of your credit score. Sitting right behind it at 30% is your total amounts owed across all accounts. This massive 30% chunk is almost entirely driven by your current credit utilization ratio. Nearly 1/3 of your financial reputation depends on your balances during that bank snapshot. It mathematically outweighs the length of your credit history and your mix of credit types. You might boast 15 years of completely flawless payments without missing a single due date. But if utilization unexpectedly spikes for 1 month, that 30% category collapses your score. The underlying math is incredibly simple division, dividing your current balance by your credit limit. If you owe $600 upon a $2,000 limit, you reach 30%. 30% utilization is exactly where the first major penalty cliff begins for your score. Keeping your total utilization below 10% makes your financial profile look absolutely golden everywhere. Staying between 10 and 30% is generally fine, but definitely not fully optimal today. Once you cross 30%, the automated algorithm immediately flags your profile as a risk. Pushing past 50% utilization makes you look like a borrower in a financial crisis. Reaching near 100% causes your credit score to literally go into a free fall. This crucial mathematical rule applies perfectly to your overall combined utilization across all open cards. It also heavily applies to the individual utilization ratio on every single specific credit card. You could easily have $40,000 in total available credit across multiple different accounts. But if one single small card is fully maxed out, the algorithm penalizes you harshly. However, there is a massive silver lining regarding how credit utilization impacts your FICO score. Unlike a damaging missed payment that haunts you for years, utilization has absolutely zero memory. The standard FICO model only evaluates your most recently reported balances during the current month. If you hit 80% last month and tanked, a quick fix instantly restores everything. Reporting 4% this month causes your score to bounce back up perfectly and completely. One single favorable snapshot entirely erases the severe damage caused by the previous bad snapshot. You might logically assume the ultimate goal is hitting zero utilization on every single card. People think if low utilization is good, then zero must represent absolute credit score perfection. This is completely wrong, because reporting zero everywhere actually produces a noticeably lower credit score. The FICO algorithm actively evaluates exactly how responsibly you manage and utilize your current debt. If every card shows zero continuously, the model finds no evidence of active credit usage. Looking completely inactive makes you a bigger risk than someone who regularly uses credit responsibly. People achieving perfect 850 credit scores typically hover around 1% total utilization. The universally recognized optimal strategy is famously called the all zero except one specific card. Pay every single card completely down to 0 days before their specific statement closing dates. On just one chosen card, purposely leave a tiny balance roughly around $10 small. This explicitly tells the scoring algorithm you are actively using credit but keeping balances minimal. Please remember this key distinction, because reporting a balance does not mean carrying a balance. You simply report $10 when the statement closes, then pay it off entirely later. Pay that $10 before the actual due date to ensure absolute zero interest charges. Let me give you the exact step-by-step execution plan plan to master this strategy. Step 1 involves locating the exact statement closing date for every single card you own. Check an old PDF statement and locate the specific billing cycle end or closing date. Step 2 requires checking your current balance exactly 3 days before that calendar date hits. If you owe $1,400, push a manual payment to drop it near $50. Step 3 involves verifying that the new statement officially posts showing your small target amount. You do not need to perform this demanding strategy every single month of the year. This extreme precision only truly matters right before applying for significant mortgages or auto loans. Also, be extremely careful to avoid a dangerous banking behavior known strictly as credit cycling. Maxing out your card and paying it off multiple times monthly triggers fraud security alerts. Never close your old unused credit cards because that instantly lowers your total available credit. Closing old accounts spikes your utilization ratio and severely damages your beautifully optimized credit score. Keep older cards open with small recurring subscriptions on autopay to quietly boost available credit. Try this strategy this month and carefully watch your credit monitoring app for massive gains. Be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification. Mastering credit scores transforms your entire financial future, so thank you so much for watching.